The way tech is, it's always changing. Today we're specializing in fintech. Tomorrow there's health tech. We're focused on training people to be product managers and also creating job opportunities. So when you take our program, we provide you with hands-on work experience.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of the Spotlight Podcast. This podcast is for curious minds and aspiring innovators. We dive deep to discuss inspiring, informative, and offbeat conversations on technology and business to supercharge your career. I'm your host, Iwalola Shibwale. I'm a passionate advocate for insightful discussions that inspire change and growth. Our guest for today is Abimbola Omotoyinbo. She's a program manager at ProductDive. It's a community that helps both aspiring and established product managers and tech CEOs to build exceptional products. She'll be telling us a little bit about herself today, and also would go into why Product Dive should be your go-to platform, your go-to community if you're seeking to get into product management. So welcome, Abimbola. How are you doing today?
I'm very well. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me here.
Yes, thank you for honoring our invitation. It's good to have you here. So before we go into the podcast, the conversation, we have a little icebreaker, a game that we play with our guests. I'll just share my screen here so you can see what I'll be showing you. Yeah, please confirm that you can see my screen.
Yes, I can.
Okay, so the way the game goes is you select a card. You can just tell me the emoji on that card, and we would open up the card, and then you see a scenario. It's just a fun game for us to kind of see how you're thinking and just get to know you a bit better. So you see a scenario, you read out the scenario and tell us what you think, basically.
I will take the fire sign.
Okay. Okay.
Your tech startup just went viral for the wrong reasons. How do you turn the situation around and capitalize on the buzz? Uh, Turn the situation around. I'll most likely have a. I know that writing notes might not work, so I would most likely have like a short video session to um try to direct people's attention, explain a bit but not give in-depth details as to why, and then just pick on the brand. So when they are finding out what the founder was speaking on, they get to know more about the product. So I think that's what I would do. That's
So
all.
yeah, so you're saying as the founder, you would take advantage of it. You create a video about your startup and what it's about, right?
Yeah,
You see
correct.
yourself having a PR team or something.
Oh yeah. So they would give the direction on how the video would go. I wouldn't stress over that. They would definitely be the one to handle that. I just show my face and speak on it. Because when you bring out your face and you speak on it, there's like more connection and people would really want to rather than reading text or graphic images.
Okay. But like if you went viral for the wrong reasons, that means something went wrong. Oh. Would you be shy? Would you want to hide your face? Like think about the
When you
conversation
hide
now
your
about
face, I feel like if you hide your face more, that's when it becomes more serious. Like usually when there are things that come out for wrong reasons, you have some people that would still side with you and other people. So putting your face out there, they're still just going to want to know like what's the matter, and then you can just find a way around it. I'm sure I'll have a mega team with mega minds that will figure that out.
nice. Okay, I like that perspective. Me, I feel like I would be shy. I'll go hide.
The heat will be more.
Well, that's very true. Especially with Nigerians. Nigerians like we like picking on if you show your soft side, they'll pick on
Exactly.
you more. Okay, I get that. Thank you. Thank you. So we'll get into the main conversation now. I think first of all our listeners would like to know more about you. Can you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
So like you said, I'm Abimbola. I went to Obafemi Awolowo University and I studied food science and tech. Uh, then after that, I took some courses in product management because again, I was trying to figure out life after school. before NYC camp, and so that's how I that's why I took those courses. Personally, I love music, maybe not the general kind of music. I'm more not so popular, and then gospel, yeah, and movies, something like Monk, or those detective movies that make you think, and Young Sheldon for the laughs. And on the side, I enjoy baking a lot. I even have a small business that I run as a baker. And I'm kind of introverted sometimes, or extroverted when I'm with the right people, if that makes sense. So that's a little about me.
Oh yeah, that totally makes sense. I think there was something that I was hoping you would mention, but basically we know that you have a background in quality control. How did you go from there to being a program manager at ProductDive now?
So I studied food science and tech. So I worked with flour mills when I was interning with them, and somehow product and QC are quite different, but they have like skills that are uh, transferable skills. Like working as QC, you need to like have serious attention to details, um, issue resolution. There's like a lot of processes working as a quality control manager. So it's not the same thing. They are not even in the same sector, but then again, they are transferable skills and totally unrelated. I found myself in programs. I studied food science. So,
Yeah, so what are those transferable skills that you've seen that have helped you in your role now?
so I think as working as QC, you need to be customer focused. That's like meeting up with all standards. You advertise a product, a food to them, and you tell them, oh, when you make this, it gives you this nutrient. When you are working on that food, you need to ensure that it meets standard, QC standard. Um, Attention to details again. We run checks. I remember we used to run checks we do 9 a.m. Like every 3 hours, you're going to the factory to get samples to run before that batch goes out. So great attention to details. I would say reporting and documentation too, because for every analysis you take or you carry out, you need to document your results. And there used to be this comparative analysis to compare um sometimes your competitors with your products, your all the other products, just to make sure that there's a set standard within the company that you need to adhere to. And working as a program manager too, there are things that they are like guidelines that you expect to set out to people. I don't know if I said that right. But they are just like you need to have attention to details. A student is sending you mails on like what needs to be done, what they haven't done. You need to. They're just like somehow related, but just in different industries.
Yeah, I think I can get that actually. And for me, so you said attention to detail, you said being able to, what was the first one?
Reporting, documentation,
Reporting and documentation. There was there was something you said.
customer focus.
Yes, being customer focused. Those are all things that if you don't have those things, you can't create something successfully that people want to use, right? So I think those are good transferable skills. Side notes, you said you worked with like quality control in food. Is there any foods that we know of?
Flour mill. So they do flour mill. They do golden penny.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's very interesting. Okay, so um how did you get into program management? I know you said you took some courses, but could you be a little bit more detailed and specific? If there's anyone who's interested in getting into program management, I'm sure your own perspective would be, valuable for them.
Well, truthfully, it's a case of I was going to this direction and then I stumbled on this. So I was looking to go into product management, and like I mentioned, I took courses and I was just like looking to intern as a product manager just to gain hands-on experience. And so I spoke to like a couple of people. I informed them that I was looking for a job. And then a friend shared the job opening as a program manager, and I'm like, programs and products, I do not understand. So I checked online to check to see if they were related, if the courses I are taking could help. And then I realized that they were similar, sort of, but like not the same. And so I'm like, okay, let's try this. Let's see if after 2 months I survive as a programs. At that time, it was associate, so as a programs associate, and that's how it is.
So could you tell us about Product Dive? What does Product Dive do? How did you become a part of the team?
So, uh, at the moment, ProductDive is a talent management organization, and we're focused on training people to be product managers and also creating job opportunities. We're at ProductDive, we're responsible for, we help aspiring product managers and even practicing product managers and teach them the skills, knowledge, and like tools that they need to succeed as a product manager. And we do this. I'm sure if you heard of Products Dive, you know that we have a very comprehensive curriculum, and these are like taught by industry experts. And then to gain hands-on knowledge, while you take our classes, we have case studies that can help you to, provide practical examples, like real life case scenarios. And at the end of most of our programs, you get to work on a project. So when, even as an aspiring product manager, when you go for interviews and you're looking to speak on something that you've worked on, you can speak on your project as something that you've worked on. It gives you more confidence. So Product Dive is your one-stop place for becoming a better or getting into tech as a product manager. Then the second part, she asked how I became a part of Product Dive. So there was an event in 2022, the product managers meet and greet, and I attended that event. And I'm like, wow, that was the first encounter I had with Product Dive actually. And I'm like, it was so organized. The event was like really great. And this is not like me speaking as a product diver now, but I was like, this place. And then there was a part where they spoke on their programs. And remember that I said I was taking product management courses at the time. So I'm like, this place is really nice. I didn't like, I was like, okay, we'll take the program because I went with my friend and we're like, there was discounts on this, but I'm like, we should take this program. But then at the time we didn't have so much. So we just like said we'd move it to a later time. And then I met somebody there that was like an old-time friend, so we reconnected. She was the one that shared the job offer with me. Shout out to Toby. And then from there, I found myself here doing good as a program manager.
Yeah, that's really interesting. So, what would you say makes Product Dive stand out? Like, what makes Product Dive different from other platforms that offer product management courses?
I think first thing is career support. So we don't just teach and leave you to figure things out. We have a support. So support in the sense that we have interview coaching sessions. If you're in our community, you probably have attended maybe a couple where we prep you ahead for interviews. We create a scenario like you're interviewing for a job, and so we ask technical questions that you might encounter there. We also help with taking some of our courses. We have um CV review session, LinkedIn optimization. So it's not just taking the program and leaving you stranded. We prep you for an after program. We also have a community of product managers. If you're in our community, there are job offers. We have a job board, so we post job offers there. You know, just being a part of Product Dive, you are open to opportunities. Also, Product Dive events are top notch. I would want to say that over and over again. I think we had the dive last year, and that was like a big event for product managers in Nigeria and even in Africa. So yeah, and then the usual, our curriculum is always up to date. So we we create courses to help people. The so the way tech is, there's like it's always changing. Today we're specializing in fintech, tomorrow there's health tech. If you're So we provide those opportunities for people so that you're not just rigid. You're not just a product manager there. If you're looking to upskill, there is growth to specialize in different things. Being a technical product manager. So yeah, that's that.
Okay, that makes sense. I would say that career support, of course, that's really important.
Oh,
So
I
I
think didn't mention we have internship opportunities to
okay.
associated with our program. So when you take our program, we provide you with hands-on work experience. We match you with companies that take you in, and then we also provide mentorship support. So if you're looking to, you can be stranded at some point, or you need counsel from people that are experienced as product managers. We provide that too as a service.
Yeah, so I was just saying that makes a lot of sense because if I'm someone who maybe I wanted to self-learn, I definitely won't be getting career support. Definitely won't be getting mentorship, access to your community events, networking opportunities. So it definitely sounds like it's value for money, right?
Yeah.
So are you able to tell us some of Product Dive success stories?
Oh, yeah, yeah, sure. So I would start with a very recent one. We had Beyond Boundaries 1.0 earlier this year, and there was a CV review clinic. We had a CV clinic, and so we had people that brought in their CV, and we reviewed them on the spot. And then we got a mail 2 weeks after that. The reviewed CV helped her to get a job offer, and that's something that is good. Even I had a student, she's a lawyer. She took our transition into product management course, and then she took the product manager's blueprint program, and then she's doing great as a product manager now. We get shout outs like that all the time on LinkedIn because people are happy with the value they are getting. And this is not even from people that are transitioning. I also had a student, Rookie. She took our program, our PMB, Product Managers Blueprint program, and she mentioned that during one of their work meetings where they had strategy session, she was talking and her boss was like, nice. And then they were able to execute it. And then she got a salary increase from there because now they understand her worth and she's doing better at her job. So these are like three. If I start to speak on all the success story, we're not going to leave here today.
Awesome. So Product Dive helps newbies, helps people that are transitioning, and helps even those who have already secured a role and they just want to upskill and do better. So of course that sounds very inspiring. I'm imagining that there are listeners who, would be interested at this point. How can someone get involved in Product Dive?
Okay, so uh first you need to be sure of like where you stand. So are you aspiring? Are you practicing? Are you looking to upskill? Once you are able to identify that, then you can go to our website www.productdive.com, and then you see list of our courses. And you can enroll directly, or if you have further questions, you can book an office hour session or send a mail to admissions at Product Dive and you get a response. And from there, you get started.
Awesome. So the key thing we want people to know that are listening is before they subscribe, what are some things they should know before they make the decision? What are some things they should think about and reflect on?
Okay, so that's people decide what they need to decide on before. Okay, so first, I think that you need to understand why you actually want to take the program or why you want to take the course, because you can't push people to do things that they do not even understand why they want to do these things. So first is understanding why. What is it that you want to achieve after taking this course? Do you want to start your career as a product manager, or are you looking to get a better job opportunity because you upskilled? Once you do that, then you now need to be ready develop develop those skills. So you need to be devoted, because I won't even lie that these programs are not time consuming, mentally stressing. I won't even lie, because for PMB, for Project Manager's Blueprint, you spend 6 intensive week, like all your Saturdays are gone for 6 weeks. And I'm not even joking, because you're having morning and evening sessions, and you have to dedicate, even if it's for TPM, every Saturday you have classes, and you have all week to check your class, your session, watch videos and all that. So again, you need to be dedicated to doing this. Once you've decided that, then you can now decide to enroll for either of the programs. But first, you need to be determined that, okay, I really need to upskill. I don't like that they are paying me this amount. I want to start earning 10 figures, as much as you want. So yeah, I have the answers.
Yes, I also want to start earning 10 figures, and I know my why. Let me go and sign up.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Let me go and sign up. Okay, that's interesting. Going off the back of what you just told us, right? So, what resources would you recommend for someone who is looking to get into product management? Say, like you, they've finished with school and maybe they've had a role or two and they're trying to transition. What resources would you recommend as their first point of call?
Okay, so if you're looking to start a career as a product manager, first I would say that you understand your why, and then you check out documents or like resources online to check if you have the skills or like what it takes to be a product manager. And if you check our LinkedIn page, you would find posts there that help you to understand product management in the simplest form. We also have programs. So if you're in school and you're trying to, prepare for after school life, we have a program that's the Product Management Foundation program for undergraduates, which is quite affordable. And so you'll be able to, taking that program is like your entry level way into understanding product management, basic tools and skills that you would need. And it gives you a clear understanding as to why. Then you can now decide to dive deeper into gaining knowledge and taking our pivot to product management course. And at the end of the day, you would understand and you will know that, okay, this is what I want to do, and you can start off your career.
Okay, could you also tell us a bit about the product management launchpad? I believe that's for your NYC, for people who are currently in NYC.
Yeah, so if you're currently serving also, because I recently finished my youth service, and I had a lot of people that was just like struggling and trying to figure out, oh my God, the 3K will soon be over. What am I going to be doing afterwards? Well, during your service year, you can also take the Launchpad. That's um a more complex program as a UCOPA. So in that program, you learn about product management. We also prep you for your interviews. We help you to build your CV, how to optimize your LinkedIn account so that you get a job right after you are done. You might just need to put in the work for that.
Okay, that's very interesting. And I think for anyone listening, I think you've covered all the bases on what they can do before they take the leap, into, getting into the product management fully. All right. So I think my final question would be for Product Dive, what does the future look like? How is Product Dive evolving? How do you intend to, key into the future of tech in Nigeria?
Okay, so at ProductDive, we're continually developing and offering new programs such as like the growth product management, fintech, and there's like a lot more that will be coming up. So as the market is changing, we're creating courses that would help you. As like the tech market is changing, we're creating programs that will help you. Um, I'm trying to get the right word, key into this area such that you're not left behind. And so we have a global community, we have a growing alumni network, and we're positioned to expand our influence and impact in tech industry worldwide. And this is not just in Nigeria alone. We now have Product Dive in the UK, and we're looking to start Product Dive in Canada and other parts of the world.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. That sounds really exciting. Is there anything else exciting that Product Dive is working on that you want to share about?
That would be more to our talent management. So we're working with companies, more companies actually, so that they can retain our alumni. So after, again, remember I said that we do not like to leave our students stranded. So after taking our programs, we're looking to be the one product school that companies reach out to in when they need product manager. And there's already a structure in place. We're just going to implement soon and getting details on that. But side note, it's for only our alumni, so you should look to take that program.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much for sharing with us today, Abimbola. Is there any final words?
Uh, for people looking to get into program and product management, I'd say you should keep showing up, even when it doesn't look like it. Just continue trying. You have to put out the word. Like you cannot just be in your room and complain for months and like, oh, I didn't get a job, I didn't do this or that. You need to keep showing up. If you need to carry a banner so that people know that, oh my God, this person is actually looking for a job, like looking to start something, then do that. If you need to switch your social media pages from just being fun and vibes to actual like career perspective, then do that. But you just need to keep trying and complain less.
Ha! I like the complain list.
Yes, because if you just keep complaining, you're not going to get any work done.
Yeah, I can totally relate to that. Thank you so much, Abimbola. That wraps up another exciting episode of the Spotlight Podcast. Thank you so much again, Abimbola, for coming on the show and for the insightful conversation. And thank you to ProductDive for making this happen, for partnering with us on this episode. For our listeners, I hope you learned a couple of things and found today's discussion interesting. But before you go, feel free to send us any questions you have, or you can also tell us who you would like us to bring on the podcast next. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast wherever you get your podcasts and leave us a review to let us know what you think. We've also been cooking up something really, really interesting. It's called The Big Move, and it's a written content series where we anonymously spotlight those brave people among us, the strong-hearted folks who've packed up all their bags, sold their generators and inverters, and carried their green passports to destinations both unknown and well-known. For our first edition, we spoke to a 33-year-old DevOps engineer who took a very huge pay cut to move to Portugal with her family. She said that she loves the low cost of living there, but she's still very much open to moving back to Nigeria, which is really interesting. If you haven't caught up with this yet, please go ahead to iwalola.substack.com so you don't miss out. We'll be publishing new episodes of this every 2 weeks. Until next time, thank you so much again for listening. Thank you, Abimbola, and thank you, Product Dive. This is Iwalola again signing off. Bye.